Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry, yes, I'm still using the tabletop tripod until I finish up my artwork. But anyway, so today's video is going to be about Masson and Jennifer. So anyway, it's going to be part 5. To begin with, Jennifer has been struggling with her anxiety and stress. So Jennifer has a counselor she meets with weekly to talk about everything that she's been going through, and that, she's been having a hard time working through everything. And so Jennifer's counselor told her that couldn't tell her what to do, but that she could try to help her come up with a solution. So basically, with counselors can't really tell you what to do or how to deal with the situation, but they can make suggestions or solution or help you come up with something yourself, but help you come up with the right decisions or something like that. So basically, she's like, well, I can't tell you what to do or how the outcome's gonna be, but I can help you come up with solutions. And along with her support system, they tell her what their thoughts are, but the problem is that, like the counselor, they can't make the decision for her. Jennifer has to make the decision. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, for herself. And the choices that she needs to make is not easy for her. Because, okay, so Jennifer and Masson have a baby that's coming. And so basically what it is that they have to do what's best for their baby. So Jennifer has to make a choice of either divorcing Masson or figuring out ways to communicate with Masson. Either way, Masson's not listening to her because she just tried to discuss the budget again. Masson turned her down again. So after Jennifer's counseling session, Jennifer decides to go to her sister's to think, because she felt like her and Masson needed some time apart because Jennifer needed to think of what to do next. Her sister told her that she would support her no matter what her decision was going to be, and that and she even said that she needs to come up with a Jennifer needs to think about not what's best for her, but what's also best for the baby as well. Because if it was just Jennifer and Masson, there wouldn't be such an issue. But now where there's this little baby involved, it makes things a little hard. for the both of them. So basically, after Jennifer leaves, Mason decides to hang out. Mason hangs out with his brother, Josh, and Josh asked Mason if he could give him some advice. And of course, Mason says yes. So Josh explains to Mason that he used to be in the similar situation that Mason is right now. And that he explained that, him and his wife did have some issues. So Josh said that, him and Chloe almost got a divorce. But Josh decided that he didn't want a divorce. Josh wanted to stick with the family, so he decided to come up with what was important. Were his things important than his family, or was his family important than the things that he got? So he sat down and did out a budget that helped both his family, and himself. He helped himself, that it would help him in the long run, plus his family as well. He did have to give up some things, but not a whole lot of stuff. He still buys the stuff that he wants, but he always makes sure that his family is taken care of. And so, Josh, explained to Mason that he understands where he's coming from. Before his son was born, Josh did have to do a lot of choices, but he made the right choice. And yes, the experiences were hard for him, but they got through it. And so Josh asked Mason, what's going on with him? Why is he making things difficult? And of course, Mason popped up and automatically said that he was scared, because Mason hadn't worked in 20 years, and so now that he's working, he has money of his own that he wants to spend, and and Josh understood that, but Josh also said that doesn't mean he gives up the thing that he loves, like whatever he wanted to buy. Josh explained that he could still get the things that he wanted and still put away money for the baby and for their future. And he told Josh told Mason how he did out his budget and that, he's afraid of being a dad. And so Mason told Josh, why not talk to Jennifer about it? Because Jennifer is also terrified because she's going to be a mother for the first time and they have nothing. They don't have anything for the baby right now. And they need to get ready for the baby, but of course, Jennifer has no money to get. If she's paying her money on bills, she has no money for the baby. It's up to Mason to do this. And once Josh explained this to Mason, that night when Mason left, Josh, of course, sat down with his thoughts, thinking about, he was ashamed, he was selfish, and that he felt really bad about the way he was treating Jennifer. He did not want to hurt Jennifer, and knowing that he hurt her, I think hurt him as well. So, the next morning, he wrote up a budget, and a reasonable budget, and then he had, when Jennifer didn't come home, Mason dropped off the letter to her sister, told her to give it to Jennifer, and then she would know what it was, and that she really needs to read the letter. So when Jennifer received the letter, Jennifer, I think, started crying because she was relieved in a way. She could understand him a little bit better. And the budget that he came up with was actually doable for the both of them, and that way he could still spend what he wanted, still save money for the baby in the future in the long run. And we'll talk about that in our next video. But Jennifer said that she needed a little bit more time at her sisters to calm down and relax, because stress is not good for the baby anyway. And that when she got home, they could talk about the budget, and they can talk about what they want to do more moving forward. So basically, I think Mason's turning over a new leaf. Mason had a lot of fears that Jennifer didn't know about. So I think reading the letter that Mason wrote kind of helped Jennifer understand Mason and talking to Josh, Josh kind of helped Mason understand Jennifer a little bit better. So I think the next video, we're going to talk about what they both came up with. I think that is it for now. We're going to end this video for now. And we will talk again soon. Any questions, comments, let me know. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.